And I'll be damned if I continue to live and know that when my children grow up that they have to still go through the same oppressive systems and structures. I'll be damned. Enough is enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Enough is enough. Without further ado, I want to pass the mic to my sister, Tanisha Sullivan, Madam President of the NAACP, and she's going to share a few words.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon. I'm Tanisha Sullivan, President of the NAACP Boston branch. I'm here today on behalf of our branch. We are the oldest and largest civil rights organization in the country committed to the elimination of systemic racism. Before I begin, I want to speak names into this space. Emmett Till, who on August 28, 1955, was kidnapped and murdered simply for being born black in America. Terrence Coleman and Bo Ramsey, our Boston brothers, taken from us far too soon, with no one held accountable. Breonna Taylor, it has been 168 days since our sister was murdered with no arrests. George Floyd, it has been 96 days since our brother's murder sparked nationwide outcry for racial justice, and we are still waiting. Jacob Blake Jr., a reminder that we can be shot with bullets, the skin ripped off our backs, treated like hunted animals, but we are a people who will fight until our last breath. And in our living, will continue to stand as a reminder of how imperfect our union continues to be. And in speaking their names into this space, I say enough.
No.
Anna Julian Cooper said, "When and where I enter, in the quiet, undisputed dignity of my womanhood, without violence and without suing or special patronage, then and there, the whole black race enters with me." And so in this moment, lifted in the spirit of Ida B. Wells, convicted by the resilience of Constance Baker Motley, justified in the hope of Shirley Chisholm, and fortified by the tenacity of Kamala Harris, I declare that when and where I enter as a black woman in America, as a black woman in Massachusetts, as a black woman in the city of Boston, I enter with a people who are undeterred, steadfast, and resolute in our pursuit for justice. So we put our faith into action today, as we have for generations, in solidarity with our brothers and sisters who are convened in Washington, D.C., who are trying to move us closer toward justice so that we as a people can finally live in this country, our country, the United States of America, in peace. In this moment, it is time for a new vision in this fight for freedom and justice, as we continue to demand that this country delivers on the promises it has made to each of us. The promise of economic opportunity, the promise of a quality education, the promise of the right to live not limited by the design of structural health and environmental inequities, the promise of freedom that can never exist as long as black and brown bodies are shot dead in the street, maimed, shackled, and dehumanized by the criminal injustice system designed to enslave. This new vision includes doubling down on dismantling racist systems designed and led by people who have no understanding of what it means to live free and be black in America. And building up through targeted policy reform and legislative action, a just America that not only sees us as human, but treats us with dignity. We will remain organized and mobilized. We will vote and fight at every turn to protect ballot access. So today, you will hear our continued demand that reform is actualized in education, in housing, in policing reform, in economic opportunity and voting rights, through pain, disappointment, and intentional actions to delay justice. We will continue to keep our eye on the promise of freedom. And in the words of James Weldon Johnson, we will continue each day to face the rising sun, ever determined, ever faithful, ever convicted, to march on until victory is won. Enough.
Yeah.
All right, peace. All right, bet. So, what I want to do is I'm gonna just introduce you real quick, and then it's on you, bro. All right. So
Tell me to go.
yeah, I got you. All right. So right now.